Today I am talking about the rabbit organs of sight. First of all, the eye, photoreceptor. Eye is the visual organ. It has a fluid filled and a spherical eyeball lodged in the eye socket of the orbit. Each eye is guarded by movable upper and lower eyelids and a poorly developed third eyelid called nictitating membrane. Eyelids are provided with eyelashes at their free edges. Each eyelid is lined by thin membrane known as conjunctiva. It passes over the eyeball as a transparent membrane. Next, eye muscles. Eyeball is held in position and its movement is accomplished by six eye muscles, namely four recti muscles and two oblique muscles. First of all, we look out the recti muscles. The recti muscles are superior rectus, inferior rectus, anterior rectus, and posterior rectus. The oblique muscles include superior and inferior oblique. Movement of the upper eyelid is brought about by the levator palpebrae superioris muscle, and that of the lower eyelid is brought about by the depressor palpebrae inferioris muscle. Next, eye glands. Eyeballs and eyelids are moistened and lubricated by the secretion of four sets of glands, namely ciliary, lacrimal, Herderian, and Meibomian glands. Ciliary glands and Meibomian glands remain embedded in the eyelids. Their secretion lubricate the eyelids and eyelashes. Lacrimal glands are seen at the outer angle of the orbit beneath the eyelids. Structure of eyeball. Eyeball is formed of three concentric layers, namely outer sclerotic cord, middle choroid cord, and inner retina. The sclerotic cord is a tough fibrous layer, and choroid cord is heavily pigmented vascular layer, and the retina is a light sensitive nervous layer. And at the exposed part of the eye, the sclerotic layer is modified into transparent bulge called cornea, which is covered by the conjunctiva. Similarly, at the exposed part, the choroid layer is modified into pigmented vertical curtain. It's called iris. In its center is an opening called pupil for the passage of light, and its contains two sets of smooth muscles, namely radial and circular. By the contraction of radial muscles, pupil gets dilated, and by the contraction of circular muscles, pupil get constricted. This in turn regulates the amount of the light entering the eye. Next, iris divides the cavity of the eyeball into two portions, namely an outer portion called aqueous chamber and inner portion called vitreous chamber. The aqueous chamber is filled with fluid, which is called aqueous humor, and vitreous chamber with vitreous humor. Aqueous humor is secreted by the ciliary body and it is drained through a canal which is called canal of Schlemm. It nourishes the cornea and lens and maintains the intraocular pressure. Vitreous humor also maintains the intraocular pressure. Apart from this, it plays some role in focusing the lens by exerting some pressure on the lens. And this is the picture of rabbit vs of eyeball. Next, retina is the most complex part of the eye. At the region of the ciliary body, it terminates a wavy border known as ora serrata. Here, nervous elements are practically absent. Retina consists of an outer pigmented layer and inner sensory layer. Pigmented layer is formed of pigmented cells. Sensory layer is composed of millions of photosensitive cells, bipolar neurons and ganglion cells. Photosensitive cells are of two kinds, namely rods and cones. Rods are concerned with scotopic vision and cones with photopic vision, color vision and the sharpness of vision. Rods contain the visual pigment rhodopsin or visual purple, and the cones contain iodopsin or visual violet. These pigments can absorb light of different wavelengths to excite the photosensitive cells. Here, rods are altogether absent and there are dense concentration of cones. This point is claimed to be the area of most intense twilight vision where images are usually formed. The point where the optic nerve